there's two rods in the Hi-Tide SSD range that are a little bit different to the others, that slightly higher ratings, and also you'll notice that they have double leg guides on them as well. This is the 83 mH from the Tailwalk Hi-Tide SSD series. They're rated to, I think, what is actually 50 grams, so they've become quite a useful rod for us because there's not many like this in many of our Japanese ranges where they go to that step above in terms of power. For us, being 8'3", although it's at the limit to what a lot of what our local boat customers would buy, it means that it is a useful rod to use on the boat as well as from the shore. So let's start with the shore fishing. If you were fishing obviously bigger lures, so confined spaces, again, some of our Cornish rock marks are a little bit like that, where you might be fishing rough seas, needing a naturally heavier lure. The 83 mH comes into its own in that sort of situation, as does it obviously on the boat, like we were saying, where if you're fishing any of your typical sort of shads up to sort of 40, 50, 60 grams even, it's obviously technically rated at 50, but as you'll know, if you're doing that sort of fishing, because you're not casting it like you do from the shore, they'll handle 60, 70 grams potentially if you're fishing more vertically. So very good quality rods. They're intentionally not the stiffest rods of this sort of style, despite the fact they have this level of power down here. Again, that is to aid casting and just to make life easier. You're going to have less hook pulls and actually just hopefully catch more fish as a result. So if you're after a longer, heavier, well not longer, but heavier Japanese bass rod, check out the 83 mH in the Hi-Tide SSD range.